Hi, I'm Johnny and I want to tell you why through the month of July you're going to find me running, cycling, swimming or rucking. And I want to show you a photograph. And this is a photograph of me and my dad. I am 2 days old in that photograph and it looks like a pretty normal photograph. But what that photograph doesn't show you and what it doesn't tell you is that whilst I was in the hospital, my dad was staying in the hospital as well. And he was in a different ward, staying in a psychiatric ward. And unfortunately and sadly, my dad suffered severely with mental issues and mental battles. And it had severe impact on his own life and had a real impact on my family life, my household. And sadly, my dad's story doesn't have a happy ending. In his early 40s, he died of a heart attack. And I don't think it's too far of a long shot to think that his mental health struggles and the stress added to his early death. And so there's me at 11 years old, going to my own father's funeral, and little did I know that it would take me 20 years to come and recognise that I'd inherited some of the struggles, some of the battles and some of the difficulties that my dad faced. And with that, I find myself 3 years ago entering into the toughest and most difficult season of my life. You might know what it's like where the best part of the day is to just go to sleep, because at least when you're asleep, your mind turns off. And then you wake up in the morning and you lie in bed and you have absolutely no desire whatsoever to face the day, being plagued with depression and anxiety. A real season where it feels like there is no hope. People say there's light at the end of the tunnel, but you really cannot see that light. But thankfully, in my story, in my journey, there is a happy ending developing. And through numerous different things, including learning about myself and how my mind works, being blessed to live in a different day and age to my dad, where mental health is understood a lot better, but being surrounded by good people, the help of medication, and also my own personal faith in Jesus, I am on a journey that can be one of recovery and healing. And because of my own experience and because of the things that I've learned, I have a real desire to help and support other people who are struggling with their mental and emotional health. And something that we've been doing as a church, the church I'm a part of, the Gateway Church Newcastle, is partnering with a national organisation that looks to support people with their mental and emotional health. And we've been running a wellbeing group, a safe, open, honest place where people can come and talk about the topics of mental health, where they can share their stories, they can hear other people's stories and learn techniques and strategies and ways to help them recover and come and see that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And because of all that, this is why you're going to find me in the month of July running, cycling, swimming or rucking every day. Rucking being walking with a weighted vest, which I recently learned that's what that's called. Every single day I'm going to be doing one of those things with the intention of reaching 250 kilometers at the end of July. And you can tell that I'm in recovery because my optimism is that 250k would be the minimum. And the purpose of doing that and the hope of doing that is that I'd be able to raise £5,000 that would all go towards the work that we're doing to give people hope, freedom, joy, to see them healed and restored in their mental and emotional health journey. And so you can imagine that my hope is you're watching this is that you'd be compelled to give. You'd be compelled to sponsor and to donate and be a part of seeing people restored. I'd also really love if you would share this. If you're watching this video, share it. Share it far and wide that as many people as possible can find out about it. What I'm going to be doing throughout July is I'm going to be posting regular updates about my progress, how far I've done, and I'm also going to be sharing more of my story, more of my journey on the mental and emotional health journey. And if you need any more incentive to perhaps give and donate, if I reach £5,000, I will do the same all over again, another 250k in the month of August. So if your only desire is to see if my body can handle 500k over July and August, find the link and click. You'll either be able to look up or down, depending on where you're watching this video, and there'll be a link that'll explain how you can give into this sponsored event. The last thing I'd want to say is perhaps you're watching this and you yourself are the one who's struggling. And what I want to tell you is that there is always hope. There is always hope. You might not see the light at the end of the tunnel, but you might just need to keep walking until you get round the corner and you can see the light around the corner. And I'd want to encourage you not to struggle alone, but to find some safe people or a safe person that you can share with. And that may well just be the first big step on your journey of recovery. Much love. Look after yourself, everyone.